Hello everyone, I am Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ IS English channel. In our today's video, we are going to understand why is Odisha's Rath Yatra so famous and why do millions and millions of people every year throng the streets of Puri to celebrate this annual festival of Rath Yatra, right? So in that regard, let us start our today's discussion, and you know it, the notes of these session, they will be available on the Telegram channel known as ATS Live. So what you need to do, open your Telegram app in the mobile phone. On the top right hand corner of your app, you'll find the search bar where you need to enter the words ATS Live. You'll find the channel. If you still have trouble finding the channel, this is the QR code that you need to scan. Please subscribe to the channel if you still haven't and download the notes, okay? Now let us start the discussion. You need to understand this is what a Rath Yatra looks like, and you can understand how much or how many people rather visit this annual festival every year, right? So to accommodate these people, make the journey safe for the people, about 10,000 policemen have been diverted to Puri, and they will make security as well as traffic arrangements for the Rath Yatra, right? Now this commenced yesterday on June the 27th, and it is expected that over 30 lakh Indians and many thousands of foreigners will visit Puri during this particular time. Now, this journey, on a very basic note, you need to understand that this is a journey of Lord Jagannath and his two siblings, Lord Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra, to the temple of their aunt, that is Gundija temple, and after 9 days they'll return back to their home, that is Jagannath temple, and this return journey is known as Bahuda Yatra, right? Now this Bahuda Yatra, it is expected to happen July 5th this year, right? So this is what we are going to talk about. First, let us start by understanding what does this Rath Yatra means, or what does it embodies, right? Now this Rath Yatra every year, it takes place during the second day of Odia month, that is Ashad Shukla Tithi, right? Now every year, to commemorate the journey of Lord Jagannath and his siblings to their aunt's home, that is the Gundija temple, the journey starts from Jagannath temple, which is a very important 12th century temple of Odisha. We'll discuss more aspects about Jagannath temple in our today's video, so stay tuned, okay? So this journey takes from Jagannath temple, and they take this journey to a nearby Gundija temple, which is believed to be their aunt's home. Now, who is the aunt of Lord Jagannath? It was goddess Ardhashni, right? Now, she is also known as Moshima, and it is believed that she is the aunt of the deities, right? Now, these deities, during their journey, they board 3 huge decorated chariots, which are customized according to the lords. They are started after a ceremonial ritual known as Pahandi ritual, which is started by the titular king of the Puri, right? Now this journey takes place for about 3 kilometers distance, which is the distance between the respective temples, Jagannath temple and the Gundija temple. And millions of devotees during this Rath Yatra, they pull the chariots on the Bada Danda, that is the grand road of Puri town. So this is where the Rath Yatra takes place, in the Bada Danda road, that is the grand road of Puri town, and it is a journey that takes place from Jagannath temple to Gundija temple, where these 3 lords, they board their chariots, which are customized according to them, and they take this journey, which is pulled by millions and millions of devotees. Now, Puri also occupies a very significant place in the Hindu religion. It is called as one of the Char Dhams. What are the other Dhams of Hindu religion? Please do let me know in the comment section. I am not talking about Dhams of Uttarakhand. I am talking about Char Dhams of Hindu religion, right? Now, this is Jagannath temple. It is known as the humble abode of Lord Jagannath, who is also an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And therefore, Lord Jagannath, along with his siblings, they are worshipped in the temple of Lord or Jagannath temple. Now, it is believed that once you witness the deities on their elaborate chariots, it will wash away your sins and it will grant your soul salvation. That is mukti, okay? Now, as per an Odia text known as Bamdev Samhit, any pilgrim who witnessed this journey along with the 4 deities, 2 siblings of Lord Jagannath himself and their aunt on their sacred seat in the Gundija temple, it will give you the place in the Vaikuntha, which is the heavenly abode. So that is why millions and millions of people, in a belief that it will wash away their sins, they want to witness the annual journey of Lord Jagannath and his siblings to Gundija temple, okay? Now what you need to understand, that non-Hindus, they are not allowed to enter Jagannath temple. So for non-Hindus, the only opportunity to witness Lord Jagannath and his siblings is not by entering Jagannath temple, because it is prohibited. Rather, they can witness Lord Jagannath when this annual journey happens, because during this annual journey, Lord Jagannath, he steps out of its sanctum sanctorum, and therefore he meets all his devotees, be it Hindu or non-Hindu devotees. Okay, so this is why this Rath Yatra is so celebrated that even people not belonging to Hindu religion, they can even attend this yatra. Now let us understand few details about these chariots, because we are understanding this from an art and culture perspective, right? Now these three chariots are called as Talavad Rath, which is a Rath of Lord Balabhadra. Similarly, Goddess Subhadra has her own Rath known as Darpadalan Rath, as well as the Rath of Lord Jagannath is called as Nandi Ghosh Rath. Now these three Raths or the chariots, these three are distinct from each other, made afresh every year from the woods that are locally available in the area. Now these Raths have their own different colors, heights, diameters, wooden horses, and even the respective charioteers of these chariots are different, right? Now the workers who participate to construct these Raths every year, they believe that this is their hereditary work, because they do not have a formal training about wood carving or using modern instruments. Rather, the knowledge of making these Raths have been passed on to them by their ancestors. So that is why they view it as their hereditary service, because it has been their duty that they were chosen to make the Raths of Lord Jagannath and his siblings. Okay. Now in this regard, the Jagannath temple of Puri also becomes very important from our exams perspective. So due to art and culture and its respective syllabuses, we need to understand the architectural details of this temple also, right? Now, few basic facts about Jagannath temple, that it is obviously a temple belonging to an incarnation of Lord Vishnu located in the city of Puri of Odisha. It is believed to have been built during the reign of King Anantvarman Chodganga Dev, who was a king belonging to Eastern Ganga dynasty, and this was started back in 12th century. However, the completion of this temple was done by 1230 AD was done by the king Anang Bhin Deva III, who installed the deities on their shrine. Also, this temple is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So this is not just a site renowned in India, but it is a globally renowned site because it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay. Now, what you need to understand, few details about the architecture of Jagannath temple. Now, this Jagannath temple, it is an example of Kalinga form of architecture which is prevalent in the entire region of Odisha. Now, this Kalinga school of architecture, it is basically a subset of Nagara type of architecture which is famous in the northern parts of our country. What is the style of architecture followed in the southern parts of the country? That is called as Dravida form of architecture. But this Kalinga school of architecture belongs to a subset of Nagara school of architecture. Okay. Now, this style of architecture primarily consists temples made up of three distinct designs. These are Rekha duals, Pidha duals, and Khakra duals, right? Now, this is the basic difference in the design. This is the Rekha dual, and as you can see, this follows a curvilinear design. It basically moves up vertically in a straight line, but towards the end it makes a very distinct curve. Whereas Pidha dual is the type of design that follows this rectangular base followed by a pyramidal design over the roof of the head. Whereas Khakra dual follows a rectangular and somewhat curvilinear design, but this curve is somewhat less than the Garbhagriha or the Rekha dual. So this is the fundamental differences between the three distinct elements of temple. Now, when we are going to discuss Kalinga style of architecture, particularly with respect to Jagannath temple, you will witness both Rekha dual and Pidha dual are present in the Jagannath temple, right? Now, Rekha dual and Khakra dual, these basically are the temples which houses the deities themselves, that is the sanctorum of the deities. Whereas Pidha dual, it is basically designed on the halls that are made on the outer areas of the temple, that is halls meant for recreational like dancing or musical activities, okay? Now, the temple, Jagannath temple itself, it is located in a center of a rectangular which is surrounded by fortified courtyard. So this type of a boundary design of the temple, it matches more of Dravidian style of architecture, not that of Nagara style of architecture, because in Nagara style of architecture we have seen that temple compounds do not have an elaborate boundaries, but when you go to southern states where Dravidian architecture is prevalent, you will find the temple compounds are enclosed within a fortified or in a boundary structure, right? Similarly, this Jagannath temple is also located on a high raised pedestal or a platform, right? So this is what you need to understand. Basically, this follows a Kalinga style of architecture, which is a subset of Nagara school of architecture. So most of the design are in line with Nagara school of architecture, except for the fact that this compound is enclosed within a boundary wall, which is more similar to the ones that are followed in Dravida school of architecture, okay? Now coming back to other aspects of Jagannath temple, this is the image that you need to understand. These are the different components of Jagannath temple. This is the main sanctorum where the Lord Jagannath is sitting, and this is basically an example of Rekha Dole. This is followed by a Jagmohan or Jag Mandir, and this is a design of Pidha Dole followed by Nat Mandir and Bhog Mandir. So let us understand the differences in these respective chambers. Now first is the Vimana, which houses the design known as Rekha Dole, right? Now this is where the Lord Jagannath himself sits. So this is the sanctum sanctorum of the temple, and it is the central place which houses the deities. This is followed by Jagmohana, which is an example of Pidha Dole, and it is meant assembly hall for devotees. Whereas Nat Mandapa is an enclosure or a hall meant for cultural performances and devotional dramas. Whereas Bhaug Mandapa or Bhog Mandir, this is a hall meant for offering of food for the deities. Now these components in the Jagannath temple, they are arranged in an east to western alignment, therefore providing a symmetrical architectural floor. So you can see the height itself, it gradually reduces as we move from Garbhagriha, that is from Rekha Dole, eventually to the Bhog Mandir, right? So this is why this follows a very symmetrical form of architectural design. What you need to understand, this is made on a raised pedestal, and the entire compound is surrounded by a fortified boundary wall, which is much similar to the Dravid architecture, rest all of which is similar to Nagara style of architecture, okay? Now let us try to solve the practice question, but before that I have something I wanted to let you know. Now many people, especially the students who are working somewhere or who are engaged in an educational institution in form of they are doing their graduation or a post graduation, or when they want to prepare, they face many challenges. The first challenge obviously is the lack of time, because obviously major part of their day is devoted to their work or to their college related studies. So you're left with only a handful of hours every day which you may use for preparation of your UPSC exam, right? So in that regard, how to manage the time is the biggest challenge that the aspirants face. Now we have come up with a solution to that. This solution is known as resolution batches. Now what happens in a resolution batch? You're offered a live class, which may be in a morning batch from 8 to 11 or in an evening batch from 6 to 9. Now you can obviously opt for either of the batches according to your own timings, right? Now the benefit of these batches which are available online is that suppose if you are engaged in a particular time frame every day, there is no problem. You can even watch the recorded lectures later on and will have the record that if you are watching the classes live or on a record basis, right? Now this requires, on your part, you need to be dedicated towards the cause that you want to clear this exam, and the rest you have to leave it on us, because we know what we are teaching you. We will provide you each and every subject classes, be it polity, economy, everything will be covered in the resolution batches. In addition to that, to help you consolidate your learning, we'll also provide you with test series. So you'll have to take admission here, you'll have to be dedicated, rest everything will be taken care of by StudyIQ. The solution to everything is resolution batches, right? Now we offer resolution batches in two different ways. Suppose if you are looking to give exams next year, then the morning batch 2026 is for you. But in case if you are working somewhere and if you're graduating later on and if you're eligible later on, you can obviously opt for a long-term evening batches, right? Now the long-term evening batch comes with many benefits, because these batches are having the duration of 40 months. So therefore, you can even give the exam in 27 and 28, and you can use this long-term evening batch for your preparation. To take admissions to these long-term evening batch, what you need to do, you need to apply the code ETS Live, because only after applying this code, it will help you get this at a discounted rate of 29,999. And what you need to remember, that 30th of June is the last date for these batches. Now, how to take admissions to these batches? Let me tell you on a very easy manner, right? Go to our StudyIQ's website. This is the website you need to go to, studyiq.com. Once you visit our website, you'll be needing to create an account here first, okay? You can just do so by simply entering your mobile number. Once you're done with the logging in part, select all language and click English. Why am I saying English? Because many of the students who might be watching this video, especially from northeast or eastern part of the country or from southern part of our country, will not be that comfortable with Hindi or with bilingual batches, right? So in that case, we are offering you batches exclusively in English language. To take admissions on either one of them, suppose if you want to give exams later on, especially if you're a working professional or you're a college student, the long-term evening batch option is for you. Click on Buy Now. As soon as you click on Buy Now, this says that 36,999 is the course fees, but I told you can get it for significantly less. So in that case, how to apply the code? Let me tell you. Click on Buy Now here first. Once you click on Buy Now, there is a code which must be flashing on the bottom half of your screen that says use the code ETS Live to get maximum discounts on not just this but all courses of UPSC, right? Click on this, add promo code, and on the left, write, let me give me a second, write ATS Live, okay? As soon as you're done writing the code ATS Live, click Apply. Now, when you see, as soon as you click apply, the discount of 7,000 rupees is now applied and this course is now available at 29,999. And this course comes with many benefits, which is especially beneficial for working professional as well as for college students, or even for students who are looking to give exams later on and you might be in your preparation phase, right? It provides you live classes, but not just be in an illusion that you can only attend the classes live. You can obviously attend the recorded lectures also in case if you miss the live classes. So that flexibility is upon you. Similarly, you also get one-to-one mentorship. Suppose these mentors, they are even available to you via text 24/7. So suppose if you want help later in the night or even early in the morning, these people will be there to help you regarding anything, be it academic or be it non-academic doubts. Also, you'll be provided a regular answer writing program, because not just clearing prelims is not the only task in UPSC. You also have to clear your mains examination. And this is where answer writing program is very beneficial. You'll be given the task and you're supposed to write the answers, and the evaluators will check your answer and give you an essential feedback, which is very important. Also, you'll be getting a prelims test series, which will help you gain prelims level knowledge. And especially for students who find it difficult to read newspapers daily due to lack of time or due to lack of willingness, you are offered a CAP module, which is Current Affairs program. In Current Affairs program or CAP module, we offer a document which is a gist of every important newspaper from different important sources. We provide you a document on a daily basis. So 5-6 pages of those documents you can refer to easily, and that will provide you everything that is necessary from current affairs perspective, right? So all of these are the benefits available under resolution batches, that is long term. And if you still have any doubt, please feel free to reach out us on the number 9240231070. The counselors will help you solve all the doubts, because obviously when you're paying us the money, you'll have doubts, and get it all cleared before you take the admission. And please do not forget to let them know to use the code ATS Live, because it helps you save 7,000 of your or your parents' hard-earned money, right? So this is how you register for our courses. Now, I told you, let us try to solve the practice question, which is a question very similar to the question that appeared in UPSC prelims in 2021. In UPSC prelims 2021, a question appeared on Chaussat Yogini temple, which is the temple, and this Chaussat Yogini temple is the temple which acts as a source of inspiration of our earlier parliament, right? Now, with reference to Jagannath temple at Puri, consider the following statements, and you have to identify which of these 4 statements are correct. Do let me know the correct answers in the comment section. And if you answer it correctly, I'll give your comments a thumbs up so that you'll know that you've answered it right. And you know the drill. The notes of the session, they will be made available few minutes after this video ends on the Telegram channel ATS Live. So please have a very good weekend. We'll see you again tomorrow. Please have a very good weekend.